This is Elise Johnson for Cooking with Elise. I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Today I'm doing lots of Christmas baking, and I'm also baking for my son's birthday party tomorrow. He'll be 18, so every year we do this. We do Christmas and birthday, and we love it. But I have a lot of different pie crusts I make, but today I've just been doing a regular traditional pie crust. So I just wanted to show you how easy it was. Okay, so all we need a dough blade. If you don't have a, this is different than the metal one, okay? And if you don't have a dough blade or a food processor, you better put that on your Christmas list. But it's one of the best presents my husband ever got me, and it makes cooking and baking super quick. You can use just a regular pastry cutter, or you can even use 2 forks, okay? So what we're going to do is we're just going to take 2.5. This makes a double pie crust, okay? I like to sift my flour just a little bit, get a little air in it by running my measuring cup in here. And I'm just going to do 2.5 cups of flour, and I always use King Arthur unbleached flour for this. I only use King Arthur flour. It makes a big difference. Okay, that's 2.5 cups of flour. You'll need a little bit later for when you knead your dough. And of course roll it out. Then we're going to do a teaspoon of salt. That's very important. That's just kosher salt, and an equal amount of sugar. It adds a nice flavor. So we've got our salt and our sugar. And then I'm just going to post this a little bit. I'm just going to post this a little bit. And now I need 2 sticks of butter. Now I'm going in the fridge, and I'm getting 2 sticks of butter out, because they have to be very, very cold, okay? So all we're going to do is we're going to cut our butter up in little pieces, okay? And I have a little tip too. I don't ever throw my butter wrappers out. I actually save them and I fold them up and I put them in my butter drawer, because then I can use it later to grease pans and stuff. And I don't have to open up the butter. So, no sense in throwing it out, right? So now we're just going to take our butter in little pieces, okay? And we're just going to put it, now some recipes call for half butter and half shortening, but I actually like to use all butter. This is an all butter crust, so it's 1 cup. But this, again, this is a double pastry crust. This is going to make 2 crusts. I'm actually making this for my son's, for his birthday. He requested French meat pie, but you can use this as a dessert crust as well. Okay, that's that. But the butter has to be really, really cold, because you want it to be like little coarse crumbs. Okay. So I'm not going to throw this, I'm not going to throw these wrappers out. I'm going to use them. So let's just, I actually have a whole grain pie crust on my website, cookingwithelise.com, as well, if you prefer that. That's delicious also. But for the French meat pie, just pulse it down once to get the butter incorporated a little bit. Give yourself some room here. I don't know what it is about baking, I get giddy. Okay, so now we're just going to, honestly, it's so easy, guys. You're just going to pulse. I forgot to put my little thing on. I just got my hair done, too. Now it's going to be gray again. Okay. And just keep pulsing until your butter looks like nice coarse crumbs, okay? I'll show you what it looks like. It should look like nice coarse crumbs. See that? Beautiful. I also like to just run my knife or spoon around the edges a little bit and give it one last. See how nice and pretty that looks? Give it a couple little more pulses and you're good to go. Now this is 1 tablespoon of sour cream, and I like to add that. It makes a big difference in your pie crust. And then we're just going to drizzle in. We're going to start with 3 tablespoons of water. This is ice cold water. You've got to have ice cold water. The reason is you want to keep that butter really, really cold. So let's start with 3 tablespoons, and then we're just going to keep pulsing it until we get a ball of dough. It's starting. Here we go. We're going to add just a little bit more, maybe 2 more. Remember, this is a double pie crust, so it's about 3 tablespoons per pie crust, but you can always add, you can't take away, right? So watch what happens. A nice ball is going to form. Look at that. Isn't that cool? It's so easy. See that? I'm going to add one more, and that'll give us our 6th tablespoon, and that should do it. There it comes. All together. Okay? Let me open it up and see. That's perfect. See? Perfect. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to throw these away, right? I'm going to make some room here. And I'm going to show you what I do here. Okay, so let's put this away for later. I love my rolling pin. I'm not going to roll it out today, but we're going to add a little bit of bench flour. It's so easy. Okay, take our blade out. And then we're just going to come together like this, and it should form a nice ball, see? And then I do like to knead my pie dough a little bit, okay? And what I do is I like to kind of swish it across the counter here. There we go. Doesn't that look good? It smells so good. I don't know how flour and water can smell so good, but it does. I think it's the butter. And then we're just going to swish this all up like this, make a mess like I do. Okay? I love to knead. And it's basically as simple as that. And then all we're going to do is, we're just going to cut this in half. Let me just show you what it looks like when it's all done so that you guys know what to look for. Just keep doing this until you form a ball. There we go, and that's it. And then you're going to basically cut this in half, okay, right down the middle, okay, you're going to end up with 2 things, and they're going to look just like this. And I've just wrapped them in a little bit of saran wrap, a little bit of cling wrap, and we're going to put them in the refrigerator, and you're going to want to chill it about 30 minutes before you start rolling out. And that's basically it. When you come to roll it out, you want to put a little more bench flour, and then just roll it out, and then you're done. And if you have a specific type pie dish, you want to measure it, make sure that your pie dough is about 1 inch, a little bit more, so you can kind of lay it over your pan. And that's it. Traditional pie crust. Super simple. Merry Christmas. Bye guys. I'm going to get baking.